You see this guy? Yeah, this guy. He wasn't that confident. Hi, my name's Oje, but you already knew that. And that guy was me a few years ago. I was a 16-year-old kid who was built like a spoon. Or any other utensil you can think of. Or a knife, whatever. I didn't have sufficient upper body strength. In fact, I didn't have any upper body strength. And on top of that, I couldn't get a modeling gig. You know how frustrating it is for you to be skinny and no one wants you to model? Like, it's crazy. I know modeling is more than that, but it's crazy, right? And so in 2020, when everybody was playing with ring lights and iPhones, I decided that I was going to get jacked. I took a bet with my friend, and this gave me the motivation to take working out really, really seriously. Fast forward to 2025, it's been 5 years, if I can count, I think I can, and now I'm him. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating just a little bit. But I managed to go from Flapjack to Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo. That's funny if you know my body symmetry. But I've managed to go from Flapjack to Johnny Bravo in just 4 months. And I'm going to show you how you can do the same in the next 7 minutes. Okay, maybe better than Johnny Bravo in the next 7 minutes. Even if you're built like this pencil or this pencil. And I know this because when I first started training, I was working really hard. I was doing full body workouts, doing all the works without seeing any results. Until I met a guy called IG. See, IG is a gym bro. I mean, he is the gym bro. And he spoke to me about the importance of nutrition. Ergo, you are actually what you eat. So you, that has been eating bread and nonsense since morning, you're becoming that thing. And that's why the most important step, the first step, is you need to focus on nutrition. Think of it like this. Your muscles are like a building. If you want to build a small house, you don't need a lot of material. But if you're trying to build a billion-dollar mansion, you need way more material. But you can't just use anything because, again, it's about the value. You have to use the right material. You have to use standard material. That's the same way building muscle works. And that's what we have to keep in our minds when we're talking about nutrition. That's why it's the first step. Once I understood nutrition, I still didn't grow any muscle. And that's because I didn't understand this next thing. Let's go back to 16-year-old Flapjack. He's eating right, doing full body workouts. He's pushing it in the gym, Sounds like he should be killing it. But he isn't. Because he isn't putting his muscles under enough stress to actually produce the required results. He's fluffing around in the gym, working up his sweat, but not tearing sufficient muscle to see the desired changes. I wasn't implementing hypertrophy training. That's the long and short of it. And so let me try to break that down. Hypertrophy training is a type of exercise that focuses on increasing muscle size. You could utilize compound exercises, which would involve multiple joints, right? And multiple muscle groups at the same time. So you could do squats, you could do bench presses, you could do deadlifts, you could do shoulder presses. You could also do isolation exercises to target specific muscles. So you could do tricep extensions, you could do bicep curls. You could also do machine exercises. The point is, you're pushing your body to the max on each set, and you're not giving yourself crazy breaks in between. 60 to 90 second rest, right? Essentially, that thing about training is a failure. That's what you're doing. Hypertrophy training is like squeezing out every drop of juice from an orange. With each set, you're pressing harder, you're pushing, you're really, really pushing. Knowing the first squeeze is easy, but the real reward comes from pushing through the effort to extract the last few drops. It's uncomfortable. It takes grit. It's very difficult. But that final effort is where the growth actually happens, or where the growth starts to happen. Now, when I started doing that, I started to see actual results, and it felt good, but I almost lost it because of a very stupid mistake. I was eating right. I was pushing myself hard in the gym every single day. And then I started to feel a bit of tightness and soreness in my back. My body's not used to this, right? I'm killing the muscle on each set. And so I continued. Because the problem with most guys in the gym, most people that go to the gym, is when we discover hypertrophy, we think rest is not important. I almost got injured by pushing my body to its limits, like to its absolute max. I wasn't giving myself any breaks because I thought, I'm going to be made in the gym. The lesson here is give yourself time to recover. Recovery is so important when building muscle because although hypertrophy training helps lay the foundation for muscle growth, Most of the actual growth is done while you're asleep and recovering. And that's why I said earlier, yes, it lays the foundation, but it's when you're sleeping that the change comes. Recovery is also important when you're like following this next step. Everyone here has been to school, right? Or we all have an idea of how it works. When you start off your formal education, you're a toddler. All you learn in nursery school is, the alphabet and how to count. When you can do that, then you enter primary school and then you learn basic math, basic English, how to communicate, how to interact with people. After that, you enter secondary school and then it gets a bit more complicated. You start doing subjects like physics, chemistry, biology, government, etc. So as you grow older and progress in the school system, even in the life system, you're challenged with tougher subjects that match your level, right? And that is the point where growth really, really happens. So from ABCs and 1, 2, 3s in nursery school, you start doing algebra and calculus in secondary school. That's the same way progressive overloads work. You have to steadily increase the number of weights or the number of sets per each workout session. And you can do this week by week. The idea here is that as you're working out and you rest properly, your muscles are going to be able to take more load. You want to put them under more load so that it can increase well. And once you've done all this, once you've taken all these steps, congratulations. You're one step away from going from flapjack to Johnny Bravo. But at this point, I have to interject, and this is where most of us are going to miss this, myself included. So when I first started working out, I was super focused on just implementing the right routine. And then you can do that for a while and then you fall off. The gym helps get your mental health right. It helps get everything in order. You feel like the world is your oyster. But it's consistency that keeps you there. Consistency is the name of the game. It's just like what Dwayne Johnson said. Success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent hard work leads to success. Greatness will come. And that's the truth. You just have to commit to being consistent, right? And that's where most of us are going to fall off. If you've made it this far, it means you're serious about personal growth. That's what this channel is about. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I hope you guys are trying to do as well. I'm showing you how you can be the total individual by going physically, spiritually, mentally, even financially, all facets of your life complete. And if that's something you're interested in, then share and subscribe for more. Like it, leave a comment, talk to people about this. Also, YouTube thinks you're going to really like this video. So until next time, I look forward to sharing more of these insights with you guys, talking about some of the stuff I've learned. And I hope you guys can share some of that with me too. Peace.